Ruthy's Reading Room. Ruthy's Reading Room. Ruthy's Reading Room. Ruthy's Reading Room.
Hello, little readers. It's Ruthy. I'm in Ruthy's reading room with my buddy Ja, and we're about to share another amazing story with you for #BLM Feature Month. It's been so exciting sharing all these new authors with you. Well, new to us, right? I'm hoping to share it with the world, starting with all my little readers. I'm super excited to be reading this September because I've partnered with amazing authors who've written books just for you. This one's no different. But before we get too far, I don't want you to read alone. Run and go get your stuffy, maybe even a reading buddy. Would Pop Pop come? Go and check. Bring him on back, and we'll be right here waiting. All right, my little readers. I always get so excited for every story I get to read. So let's ask the question. Which book is coming off the shelf next? Dun, 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 dun. I'm No Different Than You. This book was written by Jaime Mahaffey and Kristy High and illustrated by DG. Just the letters, DG. Kind of cool. What do you think? Ja, I'll have you step aside. One of the other books in the feature month. What do we think? I'm No Different Than You. When you look at the cover, what could that mean? It looks like this little girl. Look, it looks like she's in a hospital bed. And maybe that's her dad. But look, she's also there, maybe dancing. The music notes are around her. What could that be telling us? Sometimes, do you feel different than your friends? Like there's something about you that makes you stand out? Makes you unique? Yeah. But differences on the outside, or even differences that we can't see, does that mean that they're bad? No. Let's find out what it means in this book, okay? Let's put our listening ears on, put our hands in our lap, and what should we use today? The seeing eyeglasses? I like where you're thinking. Let's see and make sure all my little readers are sitting quietly and pop pop. Very good. Oh, I see you. Okay. Someone was resisting, so you're still settling in. That's great. Listening ears on. Good. Stuffy's ready. Good. And now we're ready to go. Let's start. I'm no different than you. You can see, Joe? All right. Hi, my name is Kayla. I'm 10 years old and I'm a typical girl. I like unicorns, writing, and listening to music. I'm in the 5th grade and will be going to a new school soon to start 6th grade. What grade are you starting this September? Maybe you've already started. Maybe it looks different from other years. Yeah. I'm nervous about starting a new school because I don't know how the kids will react when they find out I have sickle cell disease. Sickle cell disease, what's that? I had a special test done on my blood when I was born, and that's how my parents discovered I have sickle cell disease. When I got older, they started teaching me about sickle cell disease and how to take care of myself. Interesting. Have any of you heard of sickle cell disease? No? Oh, one person. Okay. My doctor explained that sickle cell disease is a genetic condition I was born with. It causes my red blood cells to look different. Instead of being soft and round like a donut, a lot of my red blood cells are shaped like a sickle and are hard and sticky. This makes it difficult for them to move through my body, and sometimes they get stuck. When that happens, it causes pain due to limited blood and oxygen flow to parts of my body. Oh, that sounds uncomfortable. My doctor calls it a pain crisis. I need to go to the hospital, get medicine to make me feel better, and make sure I don't have any other medical complications. That's a pretty good explanation. I hope you're all following, right? And learning. My mom always says it takes a special superhero like me to battle sickle cell disease. Look at her. Da, 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 da. Friends at my old school knew how to help me when I wasn't feeling well, but they won't be with me at my new school. That can be kind of scary. Going to somewhere new where people don't know anything about you and things, like I said at the beginning, that you can't see on the outside, that affects you differently. Let's see how it goes at the new school. Good morning, boys and girls. We have a new student joining us today, my teacher announced. Now let's all make Kayla feel welcome. Everyone had been nice to me so far. Amy and her mom even brought my homework to me when I missed school last week. My mom explained to Amy's mom that I was in the hospital because of a pain crisis. Do you remember what a pain crisis is? Where she has to go to the hospital to make sure she's okay, right? When I went back to school, all the kids treated me differently. They didn't want to play with me at recess or sit next to me during lunch. I was so confused, sad, and angry. I thought Amy, Chloe, and Cecilia were my friends, and I didn't understand why they were being so mean. I just wanted them to like me and be my friends. The next day, I decided to sit next to Amy, Chloe, and Cecilia like I used to. That's a good idea. What do you think you're doing? Chloe asked as I sat down with my lunch tray. I'm eating lunch with you all, my friends, I told them. We don't want you near us, Cecilia quickly replied. Yeah, ew, go away, Chloe said as she turned her back toward me. With tears swelling in my eyes, I thought, how can my friends treat me this way? Amy said, I'm sorry, Kayla, but we don't want to catch sickle cell disease from you. When I got home from school, I just laid in my bed and cried. I couldn't understand why Chloe, Amy, and Cecilia thought they could catch sickle cell disease from me. What's wrong, Kayla? Mom asked. Did you have a bad day at school? I didn't want Mom to worry or be burdened with another one of my problems. Mom hugged me and said, everything will be all right. Whatever is going on, I will help you. It's good to have a parent who listens and can support you. I couldn't hold back my tears any longer. I collapsed into her arms as I cried. Chloe, Amy, and Cecilia don't want to be around me. They think I will give them sickle cell disease. I thought they were my friends. I'm never going back to school. I just can't face them again, Mom. I'm sorry that happened to you, Mom said as she wiped away my tears. Sometimes people are afraid of things they don't understand. Maybe Chloe, Amy, and Cecilia don't know what sickle cell disease is. Maybe if you explained it to them, they would no longer be afraid. That's a good suggestion. My mom spent the rest of the night giving me ideas and ways I could talk to the other kids about my sickle cell disease. I spent the next few weeks coming up with a master plan of what I was going to say, not only to Chloe, Amy, and Cecilia, but to all the people in my school. I was determined to help them understand that. Even though I have sickle cell disease, I am no different than them. As I sat in class, I decided today would be the day. I was going to teach them everything I knew about sickle cell disease and let them know that they didn't have to be afraid of me. Suddenly, the teacher announced, "Class, we have a special presentation today." In walks someone from my doctor's office. It's Mr. Whitehurst. He works at my doctor's office and helps kids and families teach others about sickle cell disease. He must be here to help me explain sickle cell disease to everyone. This is what my mom meant when she said she would help me. That's a great mom. She has her daughter's back, doesn't she? Everyone listened carefully as Mr. Whitehurst spoke. Why can't you just take medicine to make sickle cell disease go away forever? You know, like a cure? Samuel asked. Well, for right now, there's no cure for sickle cell disease, but researchers are looking for one. Chloe raised her hand and asked, can someone with sickle cell disease give it to you if they touch you or sneeze on you? Seems like she's worried it might be like a cold. Sickle cell disease is not contagious, boys and girls, Mr. Whitehurst explained. You can't catch it from someone. It is passed down through genes you get from your mom and dad, just like brown eyes or dimples. It's the way you are born, and no one should be treated differently because of the way they are born. Mr. Whitehurst went on to explain, kids with sickle cell disease are just like every other kid. They want to play with their friends, and they want other people to understand that, while they do have some special health needs, they can do anything you can. It is very important to include them in activities and treat them with kindness and understanding, like you would any other person without sickle cell disease. Kiara raised her hand and said, we can help Kayla stay healthy by reminding her to drink water and rest when she needs to. That's right, said Mr. Whitehurst. Later, during recess, kids talked to me again and even asked me to play kickball. After the game, Chloe said to me, I'm really sorry. I didn't know what sickle cell disease was. I just knew you were sick and missed a lot of school. I didn't want that to happen to me. We're sorry too, Kayla, Amy and Cecilia said. Will you forgive us? How can we help you stay healthy? They asked. After exchanging hugs, I spent the rest of recess explaining to my friends how I manage my sickle cell disease and stay healthy. Wow, it sounds like that talk from Mr. Whitehurst really helped to explain things to the other students. The end. Did you learn something new today about sickle cell disease? Can anyone tell me something that they learned? Right? Kayla is no different than anybody else, yeah? To be kind, right? She can do anything anybody else can do. Very good. You are all listening so closely. I'm proud of you. So I hope you apply that to everything, right? Whether it's skin color or ability or things you can't see on the inside like Kayla's blood cells, right? So it's all about love and acceptance. I hope that's the lesson you take away. And maybe that's something else you can do a little after story research with your caregiver to learn more about sickle cell disease. Or maybe you know someone at your school who has a disease or diagnosis that you don't quite understand, and maybe learning more about it will help make it easier for them. Because it's never nice to be excluded, right? All my little readers, I hope that you are the ones to open up your arms to your friends and sometimes even the outcasts. I hope you enjoyed reading that story with me. Check in the description, click the link so that you can buy a copy of this book and read along with me next time. And remember, the best place to read is wherever you are with a book. If you've enjoyed this series in #BLM Feature Month or any of my Storytime videos, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Right, John? Right. And hit the notification bell so you'll know when I'm reading our next story. See you next time, little readers. Bye!
Ruthy's read it.